Alright, hey, this is Hans the Ramen Rater coming at you yet again with another instant noodle recipe time. Today, I'm going to share with you some of the knowledge that I've accrued after reviewing over 3,000 types of instant noodles. Yeah, it's a lot. So this one I'm going to do is from Hong Kong. It's Sao Tao is the brand. I got this up in Canada at the new T&T supermarket at Lansdowne Center in Richmond, BC. And this is Tom Yum Goong flavor ramen. And you're going to be like, well, what's the difference between this and regular instant? I will show you. So, this has 2 servings. I'm only going to make one. I also have no idea what's going to happen. There may be a phone call that I get while I'm doing this, which is crazy. Would prefer I didn't while I was doing this, but it may happen. So here are one of the, I call them bindles, but I know that's not correct. I guess you would just call them servings or bundles of ramen. Look how thin that is. It looks kind of like spaghetti, huh? But it's shorter. So this is what companies I've heard them referred to as straight noodle. So in go the pot they do. Here's what the there's the liquid and here's the powder. I do have individual fresh sachets of those, so I'll be using those today, but not until they've cooked. That's right, for 4 minutes. So we start the timer, and there we go on our merry way through our journey of learning and enjoying the instant noodle, I guess. So, let's see what's going on today. Well, that phone call I should be getting. So, it's another episode in the saga of the new computer. So, got a new computer, and that was, what, a few weeks ago. And the second day I had it, it came up, I got up in the morning, went over to move the mouse and turn off the screensaver, and it's off. I'm like, oh, I must not have changed the power settings or something. Then I hit the power button, and it starts going, it plays this little song, right? And it's saying there was a thermal event, aka overheated. And I'm like, oh, great. Well, maybe it's just a fluke, right? That's just bizarre. There's no reason it should have done that. I'm like, okay. So I go on about my business, and then a few days later, the same thing happens. Nothing I'm doing that should be doing that. I wasn't even using it at the time. And what's really funny about it is I like this video right now. Sometimes I have to render them, which uses a lot of power from the computer, right? And that tends to make them hotter, and the fans turn on, things like that. Well, it didn't have any problem. I never had a single problem once with that. And I was worried. I was thinking, great, I'm going to be doing one of these things, and it's going to do it then. Unfortunately, no, actually, at this point. But it happened one more time, and so let's see, it was we had the warranty and everything, so HP sent a box on the 13th. I got the computer physically delivered on the 6th, and I didn't set it up until the 7th, right? Box came here on the 13th. It was at FedEx on the 13th. So that's 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th. That's 7 days. And I actually packed it up on the evening of on the 12th. So it was 6 days that I actually was able to use it. Gets to HP on the 16th. I should mention, even though I had the warranty, they were like, if you spend $50, you'll be able to get it back faster. I'm like, really? We got a warranty and now you want even more money? But had to do it. But I didn't think my regular computer was even going to be working at all. And so did that. And then they got a thing saying, sorry, it's going to take until at least the 23rd to fix it. I'm like, okay. And then come yesterday about this time, and this is why I'm wondering if I'm going to get a phone call during this. About this time, they call and they're like, okay, so here's the deal. We've tried to replicate the error and we can't. I'm like, okay, so what does that mean? You're just going to replace it? Oh no, you have to return it 2 or 3 times to get it replaced. I'm like, what? What? No way. That's jacked up. So they're like, okay, well, we're going to run some tests to really try to stress out the processor and this and that, you know, and we'll get back to you tomorrow morning. Well, it's tomorrow afternoon. Plus, why didn't you run those tests before you even called me up? So I'm kind of like, yeah, I had it for less time than they've had it now. And so I think if they don't replace it, I want a refund. I want my money back, fool. Yeah, so we'll see how that goes. That's the current iteration of the computer drama. And it sucks too because it's really great. I really like it, but not if it's gonna not work intermittently whenever it feels like, you know. And it's like, it's so weird. I went to school for computer stuff, and I don't do all that much, really, any computer hardware stuff anymore because my eyes are shot, and everything is kind of moved on way past where I was at. I'm sure, actually, computer components are way easier to work with than they were when I was dealing with them. But long story short, yeah, I don't do that junk anymore. So, but it logically to me, it's like, oh, that's probably like the thing that senses the temperature in the motherboard has some kind of weird glitch to it. I don't know. Why would I know? It's not my job. I'm supposed to be able to just turn it on and let it run. But no. So hopefully I'd be fine if they want to, you know. Either way, I feel like the computer that I'm using right now, I've had it for 4 years. It was a refurb. I've never had these problems with refurbed computers. But apparently, it's like you don't want to buy a brand new house. You want to get a used house because if you buy a brand new one, all the issues with settling and this and that or whatever haven't happened yet. I don't know, but anyways, enough of that hogwash. But yeah, if all of a sudden this video cuts out, that's why. And I'll give you a report on what they had to say. So, look what we have here. Indeed, straight noodles in a very Tom Yummy looking broth. Let's give this a taste. Have a look. There's the broth right there. It looks sumptuous. That's not bad. So, it's not like violently spicy. And it's got a really nice prawn flavor to it. I'm very impressed with that. Now, let's see how this noodle fits in with it. Kind of on the softer end of the straight noodle stick, but not in a bad way at all. Let's try them together. Get our spoon all laden. That's some sweet loving right there, folks. I am very impressed. I am, dare I say, happy. So, Let's get this sucker all dolled up, because I think it definitely deserves some, I don't know, dollarance? Is that what you would call it? If you doll something up, it's being doll. I don't know. I don't know. So here is our noodle in broth. So the kind of downside of doing this show, actually, is the fact that I gotta tote this bowl across the room. And when I do, on ones like this that are nice and oily, the oil tends to lap up on the side of the bowl, and then you get like all these little dots around it, which I'm not super keen on. I try to make everything look nice and clean. But can't always have that happen. You can't always get what you want. There's some chunks of squid. I hope you like squid, because that's what you're having. What I love about squid is how it looks when you do that. It just gets this neat look to it. And I don't know how they're doing it, but notice how the little squid flowers have just a little ping out on the edge of the tips. It looks really cool. Yeah, for years I did like Korean varieties, and I was like, what are those things? They look like pine cones. It's like, oh, it's squid. Actually, somebody clued me in about that. Whoever that was, thank you so much. It's funny. It's like some of these things I remember first trying them, like fishball. I was like, what the heck is a... That sounds gross. Don't they come in cans? But no, the good ones do not come in cans. Canned fishball. I think there's, what's it called? King Oscar. King Oscar canned fishball. Yeah, this stuff is absolutely wonderful. I am thrilled with this cam yam. I wish I had a picture of like other things in with it. I mean, it's got chilies and stuff, but I don't have any of that kind of mumbo jumbo. I do have fried onion though, and I can't get enough of fried onion, so that's going on. And maybe I'll throw just a pinch of spring onion. And I really want to show off this broth, so it's time to do some noodle scaping, I guess. This probably will be a better thing to do over at the table. But yeah. There we go. Yeah. Alright, well. This is exciting, huh? Yeah, I'm hoping this will be available everywhere pretty quick, because it deserves it. I am thoroughly impressed. I've been trying products from this Sautau company for years, and they have a Laksa rice, Hofan rice noodle as well, and I wasn't super keen on that, but I also got the straight noodle version while I was up in Canada, so I'm betting, better you betting that it might be coming up pretty quick here, because it's pretty neat stuff. Or it could be. I'm hoping. Because I like new and good. Anyway, so this has been Hans the Ramen Rater, wishing you enjoyment of your noodles every day. If you like this, go check these things out. And it looks like they're not calling right now, so maybe there will be an update coming in the next video of the saga of the computer and junk. So, this has been Hans. Have a good one, and bye.